Decision Day comes to Seattle. What to expect on the final day of the MLS regular season, coming up on the Quest Diagnostics Scouting Report. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Quest Diagnostics Scouting Report. Good health starts with knowing. Steve Zakauni, I'm Nick Firchau. Big matchup for the Seattle Sounders coming up on Sunday. The final day of the regular season. It's Decision Day in MLS, and the Sounders are at home at CenturyLink Field against Real Salt Lake. Kickoff 1 p.m. Pacific on ESPN and local radio 107.7 The End and El Rey 1360 a.m. Steve, this game will decide the fate of the Sounders and whether or not they make the 2016 Audi MLS Cup playoffs. And there's good news in Sounders land. Ozzie Alonso is coming back, served that one-game suspension for the red card against the Dynamo, but no additional suspension here. What does it mean to have Alonso back?
It means everything because he's the most important player on the team. And you know, soccer's a team sport, but there are some individuals who, when they're on the field, they just make you that much better. And he's having a monster year, and he's been way better in the second half of the season than he was even at the start when he was good. You know, he leads the league in passes completed, his touches, successful tackles. All these numbers are fantastic. I think he has over 90% successful passes, and for the amount of times he's on the ball, that's pretty good. And this year, for whatever reason, he's added goals to his game. He's a player who's getting stronger and stronger. It's right around this time in the past couple of years where he tends to slow down, get injured, have some muscle strains, and go down, and the team misses him in the playoffs. Either doesn't play or he's limited. This year, he's getting stronger and stronger, and that's a direct result of a change in Osvaldo Alonso's approach. He comes to training about 20-30 minutes earlier, spends some time in the gym, gets his body ready, and during training, he knows how to pace himself more and more. As he's gotten older and wiser, he knows how to take care of his body, and the Sounders are reaping the benefits. Having him back on Sunday is a huge step in the right direction to getting into the playoffs.
3 goals this season for Ozzie Alonso. That matches a career high, and he's only missed 2 games this year. That's some good durability. Unfortunately, the Sounders lost both of those games, so they're glad to have him back on the field on Sunday, especially with a berth in the MLS Cup playoffs on the line here. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings, and you're really only thinking about, Steve, these 4 teams that are playing to get into the postseason. It's Real Salt Lake, Seattle, Sporting Kansas City, and the Portland Timbers. A number of games here happening on Sunday. They're all at the same time, 1 p.m. Pacific. We discussed the Sounders and Real Salt Lake. Let's take a quick look at the other 2 games Sounders fans should watch out for, starting with the Portland Timbers at the Vancouver Whitecaps. Catch that game on MLS Live. The Timbers are short-handed here. They don't have a number of very good players. What do you expect?
Unfortunately for Sounders fans, I do expect Portland to go to Vancouver and pick up 3 points. They're undermanned, missing some key guys, but Vancouver have nothing to play for. There's just too much on the line for the Portland Timbers. I do think they'll manage to pull out 3 points, which of course puts pressure on the Sounders to get their own 3 points.
No Liam Ridgewell and no Diego Chara, but Steve Zakauni picking a win there. Okay, let's go to Kansas City, where Sporting Kansas City is at home against the San Jose Earthquakes, another team not in the postseason picture. Great defense, not a great offense. What do you think happens here?
This is more potential to be a draw, but again, unfortunately for Sounders fans, I do think Kansas gets the 3 points, because San Jose, when you have nothing to play for, you can play for pride, play for your contracts, your job security next year, but playing for a playoff spot is just that much more motivation. And in front of their home fans, I expect Kansas to get 3 points. And because of these 2 results, the Sounders have no choice but to go out on Sunday and get 3 points.
That's really it. Win and you're in if you're the Seattle Sounders. You can log on to SoundersFC.com to catch all the possible playoff scenarios. See if the Seattle Sounders can make it to the Western Conference knockout round. And make sure you watch the game on Sunday. That's the most important thing. 1 p.m. Pacific. It's on ESPN, or you can catch it on the local radio 107.7 The End has this game, as well as El Rey 1360 a.m. For Steve Zakauni, I'm Nick Firchau. Thanks for watching the Quest Diagnostics Scouting Report.